Chosen one, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a room full of people and felt like no one could see you? Have you ever opened up your heart, done your best, or acted with honesty, but no one appeared to care? You wonder why others don't notice you, why doors don't open for you, and why nobody really knows who you are in the spirit. This message is the answer to your question, and I want to be clear. This word is not for you if you are not chosen. But if you are, you have to stay, since heaven provided this message at the right time to change your mind. It's time to look at things differently. I hid you on purpose, God responded. The reason no one knows you're selected is not because you don't have power, calling, or favor. It is because God has hidden you on purpose. David was hidden in the fields, Joseph was concealed in prison, and even Jesus was hidden before he started his mission. You have also been kept secret for a while. Heaven has been reminding you that you are through prophetic dreams, visits from angels, and spiritual experiences, are chosen even when others can't see it. Chosen one, pay close attention. This word will clear up any confusion you may have. To confirm this message, please comment 444 or hide it below. Don't forget to sign up for Spirit Guide, tap the bell, and send this to another chosen one who feels like no one sees them. God's plan to hide things. The one who was chosen. If you've ever questioned why no one sees your worth, why your grandeur goes undetected, or why your gifts seem to be concealed in plain sight, it is because hiding things is part of God's plan. He doesn't show the world his valuable vessels until the right time. He hides them, covers them, and lets people miss them. Not because they aren't good enough, but because the treasure inside them needs to be kept safe until the proper time. What seems like rejection is often God's way of protecting you. What seems like invisibility is actually protection from heaven. Think about Joseph. He had dreams that would one day change the world. But before he saw Pharaoh, he was locked up in a cell. No one knew who he really was. His family made fun of him. His brothers turned against him. And the people who were closest to him didn't pay attention to his gift. But God let the hiding happen because the revelation had to happen at the correct time. People who hated Joseph would have killed him if he had been exposed too soon. So God kept him hidden until Egypt needed his wisdom at the right time. Think about David. He was chosen to be king when he was a little shepherd child, but he stayed in the fields while his brothers were in the house. David wasn't even invited to the meeting when Samuel arrived to anoint a king. Everyone else missed him, but God saw him. His time in hiding was not a punishment. It was getting ready. He learned how to battle bears and lions in the wild. He learned how to fight Goliath by fighting such fights. His hiding was a smart move because being seen before training would have caused problems. Before he started his ministry, Jesus was also hidden. For 30 years, no one noticed him living quietly. The Son of God, walking among people who didn't know him, he had divine authority. He was hidden until the moment came for him to be revealed. When his time came, the sky opened up, the Spirit came down, and his true self was revealed. You, chosen one, are in the same situation. Your lack of visibility is not by chance. It is God's mark. Hiding things has several uses. The first is safety. The enemy watches the chosen ones closely, looking for chances to kill them. If you were disclosed too soon, you would be attacked too much. Hiding keeps you safe while you get stronger. The second goal is to get ready. Hidden seasons make you learn new things, get better at making decisions, and get closer to God. You hear His voice best when you're alone, since there are no other things to think about. The third reason is timing. Destiny is not just about calling, it's also about timing. The greatest strong anointing must nevertheless be in line with heaven's exact timing. Hiding makes sure you don't get there before the stage is ready. Selected. You may have pondered why people don't believe you, why they don't listen to what you say, or why they don't see your talents. Don't give up. That blindness is on purpose. God has covered their eyes until the time comes for Him to show you. People around you won't know who you are until God lowers the veil, just like the disciples on the road to Emmaus didn't know who Jesus was until their eyes were opened. This is often what prophetic dreams show. A lot of chosen people dream of going through crowds without being seen or being in the background while other people take center stage. These dreams are messages from God that show that heaven has kept them hidden for a while. Angelic visits also bring comfort when someone is hiding. Some selected ones have felt angels with them when they were alone, telling them that they are not forgotten, but rather hidden. Heaven is telling you, your time will come, but for now, stay hidden. Staying hidden also keeps you from being proud. If everyone celebrated you too soon, you might think that applause is the same as purpose. Hidden seasons take away the need for people to validate you. They tell you to just listen to what God says. When He shows you, your confidence will be based on Him, not on what other people think. Chosen one, this is why no one knows you are chosen. Heaven has kept your name secret until the perfect time. Don't think that silence means absence. Don't mix up being concealed with being left behind. You are concealed because you are worth something. God does not show His finest items without care. He keeps them safe until they are needed the most. And when your day of revelation comes, no one will be able to deny who you are. Why people don't notice you, chosen one, is one of the biggest mysteries you face. You can enter rooms with brightness, favor, and heavenly authority, but people treat you like you're normal. You may share wisdom that comes straight from heaven, but some people will ignore it as if it were nothing. You can have prophetic dreams, angels visiting you, and spiritual experiences that help you know who you are. But to the others around you, you look like just another face in the crowd. I want to be clear. This blindness is not random. It is both spiritual and planned. The primary reason people don't see you is because they are spiritually blind. Not everyone can see who you are. Many people can't see the anointing on you, just like the Pharisees couldn't perceive that Jesus was the Messiah standing right in front of them. Their spiritual vision is not as clear as it used to be. They can't tell what's right and wrong, and their hearts are hard. God has not let them see who you really are because it is not for them to know. Those who have spiritual sight can see the chosen ones as they are. The second motive is jealousy in the spirit. Some people can feel your brightness but couldn't put a name to it. They sense something different in you, but instead of respecting it, they turn you down. This is why people can occasionally be cruel to you for no reason. Their spirit senses your appeal, and envy grows. Joseph went through this with his siblings. His dreams showed him his future, but instead of celebrating, they loathed him. They couldn't love him for who he wanted to be, so they fought him out of anger. The same thing happens to you, selected one. The third reason is that God hides things. God lets people underestimate you so that their opinions don't get in the way of your preparation. If everyone praised you too soon, you might not be able to focus on what you're doing. If individuals confirmed your calling too soon, you can miss the right time. By letting others, God, make sure that your validation solely comes from Him by ignoring you. This way, no one can take credit for your rise when the time comes to reveal it. The fourth reason is that you don't understand your path. People use worldly criteria to judge how well they are doing. They think that having money, a high position, and a good reputation are signs of greatness. They think you're not important since you don't match their mold. But worldly signs don't define the chosen ones. Your spiritual experiences, prophetic dreams, and heavenly guidance are the real proof of your calling. People misunderstand you because these things can't be seen with the naked eye. The fifth reason is God's process of making things better. God uses rejection and dismissal to shape you. When people don't notice you, you have to rely on Him. It takes away your pride, makes you stronger, and brings you closer to His Spirit. If everyone had known who you were right away, you wouldn't have had to pray. You would not have sought enlightenment through divine messages. When you feel like you're being ignored, you get closer to God. And that's exactly where He wants you to be, the one who was chosen. Get this. Not being chosen doesn't mean you weren't chosen. It is, in fact, one of the best signals that you are. If you were normal, the world would accept you right away. But since you are marked, you have a secret that only those who are guided by the Spirit can see. And most people won't see it until your time of revelation comes. Prophetic dreams often show that this is true. You can dream of being in a throng where no one notices you or on a stage where people don't hear you. These dreams show how hard it is to find your calling. Angels also come to visit you during these times to comfort you. When people forget about you, heaven sends messages to tell you that you are still chosen, even if they can't see it. So don't let individuals who don't appreciate your presence, ignore you, or forget to celebrate your wins get you down. God planned for them to be blind. They don't give you validation. It comes from above. God will open their eyes at the right time, and they will have to see who you are. Until then, go with confidence, knowing that you are concealed on purpose. Chosen one, listen to me. Not being noticed is not being rejected. It is a plan. Heaven protects you, makes you better, and gets you ready. Don't waste time trying to get attention from people who can't see you. Stay faithful, stay modest, and stay ready instead. When God, no one, will be able to deny that you were chosen all along when you are revealed. Dreams that tell you you'll be hidden. Picked one. Prophetic dreams are one of the most powerful ways that heaven shows you what you don't know. Dreams are spiritual experiences that let us see things that can't be explained in the real world. A lot of chosen ones have dreams where they are not seen, heard, or noticed. These dreams may seem bad at first, yet they have a lot of meaning. They are communications from God that explain why no one knows you are chosen. They remind you that being concealed isn't the same as being abandoned. It's a strategy. You might have dreamed about walking through a crowded environment where no one recognizes you, even if you are there. This dream frequently means hiding something. God is showing you that He has hidden you from view, not because you are worthless, but because the time has not yet arrived for you to be revealed. Your light is bright in the Spirit, but God puts a veil over it until the perfect time. Some chosen ones dream of being in a house where everyone else is in another room. In another room, everyone else is. But they are still not seen. This is separation for the sake of preparedness. It indicates that you are not visible to others because your training is going on in secret. Heaven typically works in private before showing its chosen people to the world. People often dream about cloaks or shadows. You can see yourself in a cloak that renders you invisible to others, or wandering through places where no one knows who you are. These pictures have strong spiritual symbols. They show that God has hidden your identity to keep you safe. Just like Elijah hid his face with his mantle when he saw God, you are also hidden under heaven's protection until it is safe to show yourself. Sometimes fantasies of being hidden might be frustrating. You can talk, but no one will hear you. You can raise your hand, but no one answers. These nightmares show how much it hurts to be ignored in real life. They are signals from God that say He sees your pain, yet He wants you to know that it is part of the process. Heaven hears you, even when other people can't. These dream seasons are often followed by visits from angels. Some people who have these dreams wake up feeling a strong sense of tranquility, or perhaps seeing angels standing next to them. These meetings are a sign of comfort. They talk to your soul. You don't have to worry about not being seen by people. Heaven sees you. Angels are sent to console you and remind you that you are still who you are. It stays the same. Dreams that come true. Being hidden can also be a way to get ready for future revelation. You can dream that you're not being seen at one point, but then you abruptly move into the light or are called out from the crowd. This trend shows that your time of being hidden will come to an end. God is telling you that the time of revealing will come quickly, and when it happens, it will startle people who used to disregard you. Chosen one, don't ignore these dreams. They are not by chance. Heaven is trying to show you how to understand your season. People typically get hiddenness wrong, but God makes everything clear through dreams. He lets you see things in the spirit that you can't see in the real world yet. These nightmares are signs from God that you are hiding on purpose. What matters is how you react. Don't let these dreams get you down. Use them to help you be patient. Put them down on paper. Say a prayer for them. Ask for an explanation. Let them help you grow in your religion. God reveals you in a dream that you are concealed every time He does. Is also saying that He will show you when the time is right. Understand this truth, chosen one. Fantasies of being concealed that come true are not fantasies of rejection. They are dreams about safety, training, and timing. They mean that heaven is working for you behind the scenes. This means that your life is going just as God planned it. And they mean that even though no one knows you are selected right now, the day will come when everyone will know what heaven has always known. The reason for being misunderstood, the one who was chosen. Being misunderstood is one of the worst things that can happen to you. You say what you mean, but people change what you say. You do things for the right reasons, yet other people think the worst. You have love in your heart, but they call it pride or arrogance. This has been with you since you were a child, and you frequently wonder why no one seems to really get you. This is not a curse, let me tell you. It's part of what you're meant to do. It's not an accident that others don't understand you. It has a purpose. Heaven lets it happen because it makes you better and shows that you are who you say you are. Think about Joseph again. He told his brothers about his prophetic dreams not because he was proud, but because he was excited. But they called him arrogant and reviled him for what God had shown him. It wasn't that his comments were wrong. It was that they couldn't see how heavy his fate was. His family also didn't understand David. When he got to the battlefield to offer food, his brother called him proud. But he was really, had faith and courage. People didn't understand Jesus. They thought he was possessed by demons, accused him of blasphemy, and turned him away. If the most important people were misunderstood, why do you think you won't be? The goal of this misunderstanding is to make things better. When people get you wrong, it makes you rely on God for your sense of self, not on what other people think of you. You might depend too much on other people's praise if everyone praised you. But when people don't understand you, you pray, have prophetic dreams, and see angels that prove what people can't. It takes away pride and makes you more humble. It teaches you to believe what God says over everything else. Another goal is to keep things apart. Not comprehending things makes it hard for you to be close to people who are not meant to be with you. If they fully understood you, you might want to stay in touch with them even though they can't help you with your purpose. God lets people misunderstand things so that only those who really know what they're talking about stay. The people that stay, even when they don't fully grasp, are, most of the time, the people who are in charge of your travel. Misunderstanding also helps you become a leader. Your choices will often go against what most people think. You will get messages from God that other people won't understand. You will follow directions from spiritual encounters that other people don't have. If you can't handle being misunderstood today, you won't be able to handle the strain later when your purpose calls for daring choices that aren't popular. Every charge, every incorrect assumption, and every refusal is training. It makes your skin tougher while keeping your heart gentle. Being alone and not being understood makes you closer to God. You lean into His company more when no one else appears to understand you. You pray with all your heart. You look for solace in the Bible, your dreams, and even angels. These times are some of the best times in your life because you learn that God knows you better than anybody else. I know it hurts, chosen one. I know it seems unfair. You wonder why people don't understand, why they can't see your heart or how sincere you are. But keep in mind that misunderstanding is a filter. It gets rid of people who aren't meant to be in your life and brings out the ones who are. People who really carry the Spirit will see you for who you are. People who don't will get the wrong idea about you. And that's how God keeps you safe. Your prophetic dreams might even show this. You can dream that you're talking, but no one is listening, or that you're offering directions, but people are going the other way. These dreams are like the feeling like people don't understand you. But even in those dreams, God tells you that your voice matters, even if no one listens to it. Angelic visits during times of confusion can bring peace and remind you that heaven loves you. Never let being misunderstood make you doubt your calling, chosen one. It's included in the package. The bigger your objective, the more people will try to stop you and get it wrong. Wear it with pride, because it means you are following the same path as Jesus, David, and Joseph. You are not alone. Keep in mind that this misunderstanding has a reason. It makes you better, sets you apart, gets you ready, and brings you closer to God. When your time of revelation comes, those who judged you wrongly will have to face the truth. Until then, be patient. Stay strong in your faith, and remember that heaven knows you very well. How heaven proves who you are, the one who was chosen. Heaven never leaves you without proof, even if people don't know who you are. God knows what it's like to be alone, and He knows how heavy it is to be misunderstood. That is why he keeps sending you signs, prophetic dreams, visits from angels, and other spiritual experiences to remind you of who you are. Heaven whispers to you, you are chosen, even though the world does not. God himself confirms who you are when people question your worth. Prophetic dreams are the first way that heaven tells you that you are right. Your dreams often show you who you really are, even if no one else can see it. You might dream about standing in power, guiding people, or bringing light into dark regions. These are not dreams. They are communications from God that show you what your calling really is. People may think you are just like everyone else, yet heaven shows you things in your sleep that earth can't yet see. The second option is through prayer and the messages from God in the Bible. Have you ever opened the Bible and read verses that spoke directly to who you are, or prayed and felt God reminding you of how important you are? These are confirmations. The Spirit is there for you when no one else is. He speaks to himself and says, "You are mine. You are chosen. I have called you by name." The third manner is when angels come to visit. Many selected ones feel the presence of angels when they are really lonely or unsure. Sometimes it's a dream of being at ease, an unexpected calm that permeates the atmosphere at times. Sometimes even a picture of sunshine or warmth. These spiritual experiences are how heaven wraps its arms around you when no one else will. Angels are sent to remind you that being concealed doesn't mean you are alone. It is safe. The fourth method, heaven shows you that you are right, is by giving you unfathomable favor. Even when you're in a hidden season, there are times when doors open up out of nowhere, support arrives from nowhere, and chances come together flawlessly. People might not know why good things happen to you, but these good things are heaven's way of saying yes. Even if no one else sees them, they show that God is in charge of your life. The fifth way is through a strong belief inside you. You realize deep down in your heart that you are different. You could have doubts from time to time, but the truth will always come out, time and again. I'm not like everyone else. This voice inside you is not pride, it is proof. The Spirit bears witness with your spirit that you are chosen, the one who was chosen. Pay attention to how heaven often speaks louder when people are quiet. When people don't believe in you, your dreams get clearer. Your prayer life gets stronger when others turn you down. When you feel that no one can see you, angels come to visit you more often. This is what God wanted. He lets human voices diminish so that you will listen to his voice above everyone else. You might be wondering why heaven keeps reaffirming who you are when no one else can see it. The cause is clear. Even when you are concealed, God wants you to walk with confidence. You can't wait for everyone to agree with your purpose. You would never move if you depended on their recognition. Heaven gives you strength so you can act bravely even when others question you. Remember Gideon. He thought of himself as the least important person in his family. But God named him a great warrior. The angel's presence confirmed an identity that people did not know. You are also like this. What God says about you is more important than what other people think of you. Chosen one, please pay attention to these affirmations. Put your prophetic dreams down on paper. When you pray, hold on to the messages you get from God. Notice the angelic meetings that make you feel better. These aren't just random. They are proof that heaven understands who you are and what you are. Heaven has already spoken it, even if no one else does.